What's going on, YouTube? It's Q back here again with another video for you. In today's video, I'm here with the 2021 Ford Mustang Mach 1. This isn't the track package. So before I begin, I'd like to give a huge shout out to City of Cars. So they're providing me with this car today. And this car is actually a friend of mine's former car, so we upgraded to the 24 Mustang, but this is a fine example. It's listed for $46,500 at the moment, and it's got about 11,000, just under 12,000 miles. So this color is going to be painted in grabber yellow. Ford, they got a great palette. Gotta love these fun colors. It's a slight highlighter color to it, not like my shock on my Zio, not my Zio on my SS1 Elite Camaro, but it's more yellow than green. If you've been with the channel, you know what color of car I had, but got a soft spot for Mustangs. I own 3 of them. I really love these Mustangs, especially the Mach 1. The Mach 1 is going to take it up just another notch over the GT. So this one's going to have 480 horsepower, because this is the previous generation, the S550, not the S650. It's going to take it up to 480 horsepower, 420 pound-feet of torque. It's going to rev all the way up to about 7,300 RPM. And this screaming engine, this sounds amazing. Just stock. Get an X-pipe on there, H-pipe. Pardon me, thank me later. So the Mach 1 is going to have the better manual transmission. It's not going to have the MT86. It's going to have the Tremec 6-speed, which is a fantastic shifter. I had no problems out of mine. So I am a former owner of a GT350 and a Mustang GT, but I really enjoy these Mach 1s. So I did review another Mach 1 that was the track package, but this is going to take that away. But it is going to have the Recaro seats in here, which is going to make for a fine daily driver. Gotta love these seats. Super supportive. Much lateral bolstering, cloth seats, manual seat, and this isn't a fully optioned out car. You can get these with heated and cooled ventilated seats, things of that nature, but you got the Recaros, you got to throw those out the window. 6-speed manual, the greatest transmission of all time. Why would you want this with the 10-speed? I know why you would, it's faster, but this is the more engaging car. This is the best Mustang, the best value. This is the one I would want to own long term. My GT350 had oil burning issues, even the 2019. So I don't care what they say, they made it better in 19 and 20. Mine's had the oil consumption issues. Gotta dump that boy. But this is the reliable Mustang, and it's half the price almost of a new dark horse, and it's better looking if you ask me. Let's walk around this beautiful horse. So this one, we're gonna have the faux fog lights up in the grill. Reminds me of the previous generation, the 2012 to 2014s, where they had that up in there. I wish they did have fog lights in there, but I do prefer the 2015 to 2017 front end as opposed to the updates that we got in 2018 to 2022 maybe. But walking around here, you'll notice that the track package is going to have like a double bumper on here. Imagine like God of War double jumping. You'll have like a double front splitter up here. Pardon the interruption. But we got the track pack outside too. So this is what I'm talking about. Got those double spoilers up front. The double splitters. Looks a little awkward to me. And then you gotta love the tires poking out a little bit. I love that on Mustangs, especially with the GT Performance Pack too that they used to have. You gotta love how they protrude from the sidewall or the wheel well. But yeah, that's the difference. But this is a 10-speed auto. This is the 6-speed manual. So City of Cars got both of them if you want them. And they're within $500 of each other. And we got the GTO. If you want to save yourself 30 grand, this car is a formidable opponent too. Shout out to my guy Nate that let me drive his. This car is so beautiful. Going to have the Brembos on here. This is a mighty fine car. Even without the track package, it'll do damage at the track. Got the striping, the graphics on the side of it. So the base price of this car when it was new was about $57,000. So you're getting a great discount on that, because the S650s, they jumped up in price by a huge margin. But this is going to be a huge value. So I'll drop the link to City of Cars where this is for sale. This is still at this price, if I'm being honest. 2 of the best 2 sports cars with the V8s, SS1 LE and the Mach 1. This is going to be like Ford's SS1 LE. The suspension is not as good as the SS1 LE, but it's a more practical, easier to use, see out of. And if you like the styling, this is right up your alley. And the interior is not going to look bad. Even though it's showing its age at this point, it's still got high quality materials. And I actually prefer this generation over the new one, even though I haven't driven a new one. Hey, Robbie, shout out to you. Let me get that 24. But I like the toggle switches that we do have down there. The sport mode, the steering feel, traction control, hazards, push button start. It's just a well-designed car, simplistic. We got our plaque up here letting us know which build that we got on the Mach 1 chassis. And now, my friends, we shall drive. All right, let's get this show on the road. always buckle up first. So one thing you gotta love about this, the digital display, the digital cluster up here. That's something that the GT350 didn't come with. So this has that over that. It's gonna be more daily drivable. So driving my GT350, putting the miles on it, kind of terrified me, not gonna lie about that. So if you got one of those, I don't know if I would be packing on the miles, but this, you can drive it without a care because it's a Coyote. Huge shout out to my guys, Rich and Race Car 21, the Mustang guys. Also shout out to the MOC, got 100 Grand Nate, Blueprint 1LE, Race Car Friends. Go check out their channel. They're in the feature section of my channel. So yeah, my guys, I love muscle cars. People think when I sell a car that I hate it. I just got to experience every other car there is. But enough about me, let's get to driving. And I'm going to put it in, what do I put it in? Sport, Track Plus, Sport Plus. Nope, not doing track. Not about to drive with no traction control on. This ain't my car, can't be doing that. Be responsible. So Sport Plus it is. Okay, my steering feel is not selectable in Sport Plus. So there we have it. Let's be out. But not before we hear that glorious woo. Somebody better tell me something. These floor mats kind of suck. My shoes keep getting stuck to the floor. We all seen the memes about Mustangs losing controls. I, for one, turning everything off, could not lose control. Not in the S550 Mustang. Car is agile. Good googly move. I ain't drove a car this fast in a minute. How loud I just drove a C8. But not with a manual. This car is lovely. I love this engine in stock form. It just roars. You don't even need to modify it. It just sounds so much better if you do. Power to merge out in traffic. You know that's gonna be ample. And with these Michelin pilots on here, picking up all these little rocks and pebbles and not damaging our paint. But yeah, these tires are super sticky. They gonna pick up every little thing on the road. So those who were brave enough to cross-shop a Mustang with a Camaro, when I first went to test drive a Camaro, like a 2010 Camaro, the visibility scared the crap out of me because you couldn't see anything with these long hoods. The Mustang, you don't have to worry about that. Like, yeah, it's a coupe, but it's a lot less intimidating. Downshift rev matching is a pleasure. How this thing handling? Just a little bit of roll. I can't say it's no roll, just a little bit. They scream. Super responsive. You gotta love this Coyote engine, man. Goodness gracious. And it feels stronger than the GT350 down low in the revs, because the GT350 has low torque and it revs out higher. You got to get high in the revs of that car to be able to enjoy what it is. This car, it got the torque down low. And that's where the Chevy's going to win too. It's got 455 pound-feet of torque. So that's what you're going to feel initially. Whereas this has got 420. But it is just more enjoyable. This engine got a lot of character because you can wind it out. Dampening on here not bad either. This digital display got a ton of information on there. The G-force meter, got not our boost gauge, oil temperature. Enjoyable. What the heck I just do?
Please try again.
Quiet. Downshift. Going into the corner. We sliding. We not sliding, we got grip. Super enjoyable. You can actually enjoy this torque on day-to-day driving in the Mach 1. Oh, we got auto rev match on. Boo! I thought I was doing that myself. All right, let's check out this turning radius real quick. Feel that was kind of wide. Not the greatest, but man, I forgot how to turn off auto rev match. Man, just for the sake of this video, I'll keep it on. I do not like auto rev match. I prefer to rev it out myself. All right, let's see how we take off. Whoop. Kind of losing traction. We on some loose gravel here. Let's not do that right here. Start to get a little sideways. You can see the lights flickering. That would make sense. We're right next to a construction site. When did that get there? Do wish we were a little bit more planted in the curves. Just a little bit of roll. Nothing is not none at all, but it's just a little bit. I can notice it. Just a little bit. Not bad at all though. Whoa. Maybe the track package will fix that. So when I got to compare this to a Camaro, I give a nod to GM on their suspension. That Alpha chassis is just world class. That's an amazing suspension, what they did with the magnetic ride control. And this might be the first generation of Ford's mag ride. So they did what GM did. But sometimes this car will tramline. At least my GT350 did. I expect this to be the same because this is the parts band car. And it's got all of the good bits from the GT350. And even on some tracks, it pulled a better lap time. So this shifter, this little cue ball looking thing, no pun intended, a little bit slippery. I prefer a pistol grip nowadays or a leather shift knob. It's a little bit slippery. You can always change it. Screw this damn thing off. This digital cluster is so easy to read out. Got my gear that I'm in, miles per hour, which I'm about to blur out if I haven't already. RPMs. What else would you want? I'm only at 4,500 RPMs, man. She is a screamer. I just gotta get out of traffic. We gonna see what it do. Unfortunately, it's a lot of traffic out here, so let me just drop it down to 6. We ain't going nowhere soon. And I let go of that clutch a little bit too early. Keep forgetting the bite point on the clutch on the Mustangs is low. It's pretty low, and I prefer that. Makes for a smoother shift to me. That's my personal preference. Now I'm about to drop down, get my eagle on. Woo! What those brakes like, they bite. Y'all saw how big those rotors are. What else would you expect? Even though auto rev matches on, I'ma still do it myself. You gotta break that. I like doing it myself. I ain't been driving manual all these years just to let the electronics do it for me. Ooh. Oh, they didn't repave my road. This used to be my moon simulator on this side of town. Very confidence inspiring. Gotta love the Mach 1, folks. Make a little bit of noise, because noise is fun, especially in one of these. And we let the car do the shifting for you. It's right on cue. No pun intended again. Hey. So driving one of these on the daily, it's going to be super smooth. It's not too harsh. Very compliant suspension. Very communicative car. Steering input is great. Shifting is great. Clutch feeling is great. This is the driver's car through and through. But we got the heart of that 5.0. And man, I used to love seeing 5.0 on it. But this car ain't got it because we got Mach 1 on the side. So the other Mach 1, or the previous one to this one, was around the, what was that, not the SN97, the S197. So that came with like 4 valves or something on that 4.6 liter. Those were beastly at its time too. Then they had the Terminator. And like this one, they got the GT350 and the GT500. But if it were my money at this great of a value, this is the Mustang that I would buy. Is it better? All else, reliability out the window, is it better than the GT350? It has some things that are better than the GT350. Like, I do like this digital cluster. For some reason on the GT350, on the one at least that I had, they swapped the volume button to the right side, which you got to shift on, and I'm always skipping tracks and turning up the volume. I love music, man. I'm not just into cars. I'm not the type of person that drive with my music off. Like, my music is always blasting, and I want to hear the car, hearing all of that crap. But this does have that. Is this more comfortable? They're about the same. The GT350 I had, it had the comfort seat, so I had the heated and ventilated seats. No heated steering wheel available. The sound system, does this have the B&O? This probably would have the B&O if it's not the bass audio. I didn't care for the B&O. And the bass Mustang, I had a 19 Mustang. That audio was horrible, but with the little tiny 4-inch display. But this Mach 1, this is going to be the one to get. And it's not going to depreciate as hard as a GT. It's going to hold its value just a little bit. But for this price, this is the right price for this car. And it's barely broken in, almost 12,000 miles on it. And then I know my friend, he took care of his car. He's meticulous about it. So this is going to be the one to get. City Cars, and they do their inspections too. So check them out if you're interested in this car. I almost bought this car. I never told y'all that. But before I bought the WRX, I was like, man, do I really need 4 doors for my kids? Because I had them in the Mustang twice. I had 2 2019 Mustangs, GT and the GT350. And I had my kids in here, but now they're out of booster seats. They got longer legs, so I could have one sit behind the other one if it's just the 3 of us. But my whole family, I could do it, but I shouldn't do it. That'll be selfish of me. Drop a comment. Let me know how you feel about the Mach 1. Do you think it's the best Mustang for the money on the market? Is it better than the GT350? Which one would you rather get, this or the GT350? And yo, Gerald, I need to borrow that GT350R real quick so I can kind of drive these back to back. So we might be doing that review on the GT350R, so stay tuned. But if you don't see it, don't shoot the messenger. That's all I got to say about the Ford 2021 Mustang Mach 1. If you got anything to add, to do, drop a comment. Let's talk about it. But y'all remember to drive safe. Don't be out here being foolish. Stay within the reason of the local laws. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Peace out.